What's up? This is Alex Chu coming at you with another episode. This episode, I haven't talked about a MGTOW subject for a long time. So I'm going to talk about a MGTOW subject. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name's Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 55. See, I'm still pretty slim, right? Pretty skinny. If you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, I have lots of testimonials from Amazon customers. Most of them give me 4-star, 5-star. If you're interested, if you want to look like me when you're 55, livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video. Today, I don't know, I ran out of subjects, so I'm going to talk about some MGTOW subject. I saw a movie, The Best Time of Our Lives, and it's an old film. It's like from 1946. But I'm just going to show you the clip, then you understand, Anyway, have fun. Okay. You see in this film, right? The best years of our lives. I think this film was made probably in 1940s, okay? This is talking about right after World War II. The soldiers came back home, right? And you see in this film, this guy, he's a sailor. He came back home, but if you look closely, he's using hooks. You see, both of his arms are gone. And he uses hooks to grab things, right?
I've been wanting to have a chance to talk to you.
This is actually a real actor. His name is Harold Russell. This guy right here. His name is Harold Russell. He really lost both arms. But he wasn't in the Navy or anything. He lost both arms, and his arms got blew off by a defective bomb. He was holding the bomb, and the bomb was defective, and it just blew up in his face, and he lost both arms.
Things are different now.
But you see, in this film,
Have you changed your mind?
you see that girl? That girl is his high school sweetheart. She lives right next door.
Just did. You haven't said anything about any of you.
And she is still in love with him. You see? And this guy
Loaded, is it?
don't want to get married anymore because right now he lost his self-esteem, right? Because he lost both arms, and right now he's Captain Hook. So he doesn't want to marry her anymore, but she still loves him. She wants to marry him. You see?
You want to see how the hooks work? You want to see the freak?
And suddenly this guy's angry, right?
Take a good look.
This guy's angry because he thinks the kids are looking at his hooks.
I'm sorry, Llewellyn.
Anyway, I'm just making a point, I'm just making a point, See, modern day women, they're not gonna marry you if you come back without hands, right? Let's say you come back from a war. Let's say United States really fought Iran, okay? You come back from Iran and you lost both arms, or you lost a leg or something, or you lost an eye or something, okay? Nobody gonna marry you. Ain't nobody gonna fall in love with you. Modern women are very, very materialistic. They're very materialistic. They're very practical. They're not gonna fall in love with someone like you, right? Well, I don't blame modern women because modern day is modern day is too cutthroat, too fast paced. You know what I'm saying? For example, if you come back home from Iran with both of your arms blown off and with all you have is hooks, right? Yeah, you probably cannot find a job. It's very difficult for you to find a job, But back in the days, I guess back in 1940s, because back in the days it's people, they know each other. What I mean is, if you live in a city or in a village, or it's like back in the days, it's all about friends. It's all about knowing people. You know, you have a friend who knows a friend, right? And let's say this guy right here, Homer, right? He lost both arms. He has hooks on both arms. He still could work at a restaurant, right? You know, let's say, oh, this is my cousin, and he lost both arms. Can he, you know, you're my friend. Can he please work at your restaurant? And they will agree to it. You know, it's like, oh, you're my friend's cousin, okay? And I'll take care of you, no problem. Back in the days, you know, people are chill like that. You know, it's all about you know, word of mouth. It's all about relationship. It's all about friendship and relationship. You know, nowadays it's like nobody gives a shit about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you're my own brother. I don't give a shit if you're my own sibling. You lost both arms. Sorry, I'm not going to give you a job. You cannot work at my restaurant. You know, nowadays people are just cold. You know, people are cold like that nowadays. So I don't blame the girls. You know, modern day girl. If you lost an arm or if you lost a leg, nobody wants to marry you. I don't blame them because modern day people are cold like that. They're just cold. You know. If you lost an eye or I don't know, if you lost an arm, sorry, you know, even if I am your own brother or your own sister, I'm not gonna hire you because I don't know. People are materialistic nowadays. You know, there's no more loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is so materialistic and so practical, and there's no more loyalty. Like my own brother, right? Like I gave him so much money back in the days. I spent so much money on this guy, hundreds of thousands. Like I would say hundreds, close to $100,000 I spent on this guy. At the end, I'm not even good enough to hug his own son. He got a newborn son, right? And he never asked me to hug his son. I call him, ask him why. Why don't you allow me to hug your son? And he's being sarcastic. He said, "You're the one who said you're drunk and you don't want to hug my son." That is not true. Okay, I'm a real alcoholic. And you know what that means? That means I never ever get drunk. I would never say I'm too drunk to hug somebody's son, okay? Just and by the way, that day I was at the banquet, I didn't even get the drink because he's so cheap. Only bought a bottle of liquor and that bottle ran out like immediately. So I don't even get the drink, you know? When it came to me, it's already empty. So he's just being sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, people are just cold like that. Even your own sibling, they're not gonna do anything to help you. But in the 1940s, 1930s, you know, if you have a sibling, if you have a brother or a sister, wow, they really care about you. They really love you. You know. So even if you're handicapped, you come back home from the war, you're handicapped, somebody's gonna take care of you just like that. You know. But nowadays, you know, nowadays women they don't want you if you're not over 6 feet tall. If you're not handsome, you're not over 6 feet tall, you're bald, or you have any form of defect on your body, you have any kind of defect, or you don't have a nice job, they probably don't want to marry a man like you. You know, they probably don't want you. And even if they want you, it's only for pleasure. You understand? They just want to spend your money. Because they will always be on the phone. They will always be on their iPhone, you know, looking at another man. Right? They're dating you, but then they're always on their iPhone checking other man. If there's somebody better than you, somebody younger, somebody more handsome, somebody who's richer, show up on their iPhone, right? She's gone. She's not gonna stick around, you know. But anyway, that's all I want to say. Thanks.